A quick and easy tool.
Weapons that were weapons used on a person would be cursed. Weapons are cursed when they are used on a person, so they would be recrafted by the truest. So they would be recrafted. And this was how katanas of peace were made by the truest gods and goddesses, by the one true God. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because it's going to be a male whale. By the one true God of the highest heavens. Because, okay, I'll just say that. Right? So now, okay, so now it's become this. So let's see what happens. Weapons are cursed when they are used on a person, so they would be recrafted, and this was how the katanas of peace were made by the one true God of the highest heavens. And now let's see how this would be changed. Finnish. Does a Finnish language change this language? I mean, change this language. Does what I'm doing change the language? You witness that possibility too. Weapons are cursed when they're used on a person. So weapons are cursed when they're used on a person, so they would be recrafted, and this was how the katanas of peace were made by the one true gods of the highest heavens. Okay, so we have that. And then, where would they be made? Norway, because that's the furthest north you could possibly find where the magnets go. Or, I don't really know. It depends on where you are, because in Russia, that could be true too. So let's try both. Let's see which one. Maybe they'll let us know somehow. The timing of my thoughts always seem to matter. And what I thought about there, as my eyes connected to this right here, was that we had a network with Russia that was, schooling them, I guess. Because we shared the pentagram stuff. And this would be accepted at Q. Where's Q? Where the people, so that the people have a choice. While trading the person. That's what it is now. It took a long time to get there. Really, though, if we are trying to send the most positive echo that would participate in making it the way that, we may know is the most helpful, I don't know, what would be better? Because, if you don't really know about something, if you just assume that they are brutes that are going around killing people and raping just assume that a caveman is going to bop a girl in the head and no romance involved, providing a hurtful echo that could be actually sending time thoughts to the caveman. And he's going, what the heck is that? I would never do that. Those bugs were just trying to get me to do that. But they wasn't the bugs, was it? So, that could be real. Okay, so let's try Russia. So here we have this. And weapons are cursed. So that didn't change anything either. So now that's there now too. Yeah. Nobody makes love with that. with the one true God's wife. She's too large. And now this side, let's see the Japanese side. Okay, so now we have this. So now I have found something else that is can be used because I checked all of those languages. Does that make sense? Now you can see how this would change with the other languages. It's very interesting to see how they are responding, where they're taking things. And you will find the humanity. You will find the, I don't know how to describe it. The help. You'll find the help coming from people that are sleeping. You will find the proof that it's actually working, that you are actually participating in creating something that's a more helpful echo. So the katanas of peace were made as a result of the Great Wall being built to be delivered to the head found on each side, so that they meet and no more blood would be shed, and deserters would stop running. Into the heavens. Okay, so the katanas of peace were made as a result of the Great Wall being built. When? By let's see, how do I do this? The katanas of peace were made as katanas of peace were made as a result. The katanas of peace were made by recrafted katanas of peace made from used. Well, maybe we shouldn't share whether or not they had blood on them. The crafted katanas of peace made from weapons that came from the deserters. The recrafted katanas of peace were made from weapons that came from the deserters as a result of the Great Wall built in China. as a result of the Great Wall. As a result of the Great Wall. As a result of the Great. Building the Great Wall of China. To be delivered to the head found on each side, so that to maximize the chances no bloodshed would happen between both sides. Maybe something like that. The katana, the recrafted katanas apiece were made from weapons that came from the deserters as a result of building the Great Wall of China to be delivered to the head found on each side to maximize the chances that no more bloodshed would happen between the people found on both sides. That's a lot to say. How can I shorten that? Maybe I should say delivered on each side. For maximizing the chances that to the leader of each side. Okay. Maybe that. Be delivered to each side for maximizing. And now let's go to Chinese traditional. The recrafted katanas apiece were made from weapons that came from the deserters as a result of building the Great Wall of China. Okay. So there are other translators. So nothing wrong with checking other ones too. The reforged piece katana was made from weapons. Let's see, so their side shows 1. Okay, it changed it to 1. So now I know that in the story, he didn't know that the other side had 1 as well. Maybe that's true. Maybe he wouldn't have believed it. Maybe he was too, maybe the bugs and the bacteria would have constantly sent him the thoughts. No, he would be a monster. Don't trust him. So there's an example. And now you know. This is how I'm making what I call A-rated stories.